Friends, in this video we are going to learn chapter 2, that is elementary concept of objects and classes. Let's start. So already in the chapter 1 we have learned the definition of object. So again we are discussing here what is object. Now object is the fundamental unit of programming, and it is also called as entity which is identifiable, and object has some characteristics and behavior. Object is also called as instance of a class or class tag. So, and object is categorized into two ways, like a real world object and software object. Now one question can be framed from here: what is entity? So entity basically a real world object, either animated or inanimated, that can be easily identifiable. Some of the examples: a student, a pen, a table, a cat, a bank's account, a place, etc. Now real world object and software object. So real world object is an identifiable entity which has some characteristics and behavior. Take an example: motorbike. Some of the characteristics are number of gears, number of wheels, etc. Behavior: brake or gear change. Now look at the software object. The software object is created in Java programming. It also have characteristics and behavior, but the characteristics are implemented through variables and behaviors are implemented through functions or methods. Next is, what is message passing? So basically message passing is a process of exchanging information between two objects. One object can interact with another object through functions. One real world example you can take, that is communication between teacher and student. Next, what is class? So class is a prototype or blueprint of the objects. The class defines the common characteristics and behavior for the objects. Class is a collection of objects of similar type, means many similar kind of objects can be created from a class. Also, class is known as specification for objects. Next, how to create object of a class. The object is known as instance of the class. So creating an object of a class is known as instantiation. Then what is instantiation? Now instantiation is a process in which the memory space is allotted for the storage of data and functions belonging to an object in dynamic memory. Basically there are two types of memory, one is static memory and one is dynamic memory. In static memory, those variables are created which have fixed memory size, like int have fixed memory size, double have fixed memory size, but the object have no fixed memory size. The size of an object will depend on the number of characteristics and number of behaviors defined in the class. Therefore, it is created in dynamic memory. Now look at the syntax, how the object will be created. Now class name, then object name equal to new class name, open bracket, close bracket. Take an example. Suppose class is fruit. Now we want to create an object of the fruit class. So how it will be? Now fruit space, suppose object name is apple, equal to new fruit, open bracket, close bracket, semicolon. Similarly another object also created, fruit mango, equal to new fruit. So here apple and mango are the objects of class fruit, and new is a keyword to create the object. What is the use of new keyword? So new keyword is used to allocate memory space in dynamic memory for the storage of data and functions belonging to an object. Next, what is attribute? So attributes are the characteristics or data members possessed by the objects of a class. It is also called as states of an object. Look at the example here. One class is declared student. In student class, 4 characteristics are defined: name, admission number, class and section. 2 behaviors are declared. One is accept behavior, another is display behavior. Now the main function from where the execution will start. Now look at the object creation. Student S1 equal to new student. So S1 is the object here. Now when S1 will be created, all the characteristics will be attached with the object. Now S1 possesses all the attributes or all the characteristics defined in the class. And when S1 dot accept function will be called, now it will hold some set of values for each characteristics defined in the class. So that is called state of an object. Now why class is called object factory? So like a real factory, many products are created based on a blueprint or sample. Similarly, from a class, many objects can be created based on the common characteristics and common behaviors defined in the class. Therefore, class is known as object factory. Now, why object is called instance of the class? Now, when an object is created from a class, all the instance variables or all the characteristics are embedded automatically with the object. The object also holds values for each characteristics defined in the class. Therefore, object is known as the instance of the class. Look at the example again. When S1 is created from the class student, now S1 holds a set of values for each characteristics defined in the class. Now why class is called user defined data type? So there are two words, one is user defined, another is data types. So a class is basically defined by the programmer. So we are defining the class, thus it is user defined. And when an object is created from a class, the class name becomes the data type for the object. Therefore class is called user defined data type. Look at the example. We have created S1 object from the class student. Now what is the data type of the S1? Now data type of the S1 is student. So S1 is created from the student. So S1's data type is student. Now why class is called composite data type? Composite, what is the meaning of composite? Composite means more than one type. When we are creating int type, suppose a variable is declared with the int type, that means the variable holds only whole numbers. It cannot hold decimal numbers, it cannot hold characters, it cannot hold strings. But a class defines various characteristics of different data types. And when an object is created from a class, the class name becomes the data type for the object. Thus, class is such a data type that can include various predefined data types within it. And the object can hold the values for different data types or different variables defined in the class. Therefore, it is called composite data types. Look at the example again. Here, name is declared with string data type, admission number is declared with int data type, mark is declared with double data type, section is declared with char data type. Now, when S1 is created from the student class, now S1 is capable to hold string, as well as integer, as well as double, as well as character. And S1's data type is student. Now we can say student is a composite data type. Now difference between the class and object. So class is a blueprint for the object which defines the common characteristics and behavior, whereas object is an identifiable entity which has some characteristics and behavior. Class is known as object factory. Object is known as instance of the class. Class is created by using class keyword. Object is created by using new keyword. And the class is created once, but many objects can be created from the class. Now another question can be framed: how class and object are interrelated? So basically a class is used to create many objects which possesses the characteristics and behavior defined by the class. Thus we can say the class is a blueprint or prototype, and the object follows all the features provided by the class. In this way, the class and object are interrelated. Now look at some of the questions also can be framed like this. What does the following statement mean? Employee staff equal to new employee. So it is the syntax of object creation. So we can say the staff is the object of class employee. Another question also: write a statement to create an object keyboard of the class computer. So class name is given computer, object name is given keyboard. So statement will be computer space keyboard equal to new computer open bracket close bracket semicolon. So look at the program, it is given in the book. Write a program by using a class picnic without any data members but having only functions as per the specifications given below. Class name is picnic. Two functions are there. One is display1, another is display2. First display1 will display venue, place and reporting time. Display2 will display number of students, name of the teacher accompanying and bus number. Now write a main class to create an object of the class picnic and call the functions display1 and display2 to enable the task. Now look at the answer. Public class picnic. So class is declared. Now public void display1, in which three output statements are there. One is for venue, one for place, one for reporting time. Function closed. Second function display2, again three statements: number of students, name of teacher, bus number. Now public static void main, from where the execution will start. Now in which object is created, picnic ob equal to new picnic. So ob is the object of the class. We have to call the methods, because in display1 three statements are written, in display2 three statements are written. So we have to call the methods to display the output. So ob dot display1 open bracket close bracket semicolon, ob dot display2 open bracket close bracket semicolon. So by the help of object we can call the methods. Hope you understood. Thank you very much.